since you've been gone. You know, guys, have you ever had a song stuck in your head for an entire week? It sucks, especially the ones by Kelly Clarkson. I don't know what I'd rather listen to, but anything besides that. What is up, YouTube? Today, we're going to be going over a play that Jay Wall used to kind of get himself into a little bit better positioning from second and long to third and manageable, etc. Now, if you stick toward the end of this video, we're going to be showing you guys how you can glitch out a deep half out of trips tight end. I know somebody was asking earlier if you can do that. The answer is 100% yes. And there's two different ways that you can do that. We'll be showing with Hot Route Master and without Hot Route Master. So, Oakland Raiders offense, I believe the LA Chargers live playbook is pretty good trip tight end as well from what I've heard. I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to go ahead and just bust into it. Cover 3 sky, cover 4 drop show 2, cover 2 man defense. You name it, we're going to be able to beat it. So trip tight end, really basic thing with trip tight end, always be sure you're running it to the wide side. Now, with non-Hot Route Master, we're going to be going into the play called verticals. So let's go ahead and choose that play. Really easy setup. And again, this isn't something you're going to be taking things over the top with. This is something to help you get you some consistent yards to work downfield. We'll also be talking about how you can shut this play down completely, and so stay tuned. Easy setup. This is something that you're going to be using for just getting those short yards that you need. You're going to be putting your slot receiver on a, or B on a curl, Y on a hitch, X on an out route. The reads are really easy. If you expect them to be in a cover 3, you're going to hit the out route. In a cover 4, you're going to hit the out route. Or you're going to hit the curl route early, or you're going to hit the hitch route late. On top of that, depending on how they do the shading, whether they have a cloud flat, curl flat, you can either hit Travis Kelce or Williams out of the backfield. Again, paying attention to what they're doing on defense. This is going to be the biggest key to take this away. So let's go ahead and just snap the ball. So bam, we know it's cover 3. We're going to take the out route. Easy gain of about 7 yards. You guys may be thinking, well, that's nothing special. It's just a game of check down, check down, check down, check down, check down. Throne says life's too short to check down. You know what? We got the opposite here. Life's never too short to check down. We're always taking our check down. So now we're going to go ahead and set this up the same exact way. And again, this is something that's just going to get you those short yards to make it more manageable downs, to be able to just continue to drive down the field. And it's kind of one of those plays you're going to be using to set up for one of those bigger, deeper shots as well. So now we'll go and look for Hardman. Hardman's going to be a quick read you have to make. Wow, that was the worst. That was trash. Patrick Mahomes, low post, low pass. I think it's an accurate even. But the curl route is going to be one of those quick reads. So let's just try that one more time. Bam. Hit it all day, every day. If you make that too late, the hook curl defender is going to play it, and then you're going to hit the little hitch instead. So this is going to be the last time for cover 3. This is going to be cover 4 as well. B on a hit, curl, Y on a hitch, X on an out route. So hitch is going to be a little bit later, but bam, bada bing, bada boom. You can see right there the curl flat configurator is kind of confused on what he should play, and therefore you can hit that. So now that's all about the trips. Let's go ahead and talk about what's going on with Travis Kelce and the running back. Let's hop into a cover 4 drop show 2. And let's go ahead and go back into trips tight end, verticals. You can use this for the double end sail, but the vertical corner is just ran a little bit better and sharper, especially when you're going against man coverage, to be able to beat that. So back into verticals, this is a cover 4 drop show 2. Same exact setup. And now we're going to go ahead and look for the tight end on a low point pass. Now, obviously, a user probably would be there to play that, but if a user is going to be playing the curl or the hitch, you're going to hit the little corner out instead. So now let's look really quickly to the other side with the curl and the hitch. You can even hit the out route. Promise you guys, you can hit the out route right here. And just see who gets open. So I know right there, bam, we can hit that low point pass. Easy money all day, every day. You notice the hook curl defender plays it inside a little more aggressively. And because we're kind of spacing it out and forcing him to decide what he's going to guard, you can hit the hitch instead. So cover 4, cover 3. Let's go ahead and get into cover 2. Cover 2 is probably going to be the best way to defend this particular play. And so do be aware that there are a couple adjustments that you do need to make still. So let's go into cover 2 sink. Cover 2 sinks going to be a little bit more difficult, I think, than a Tampa 2. But again, trips tight end, having it ran to the wide side of verticals and set it up the same exact way. Now, in this case, you cannot hit the out route because that is a cloud flat. Cloud flats jump out routes, hard flats, so it's pick 6. Hitches, depending on how they do the shading, you can still hit it sometimes, but for the most part, you're going to be looking for the running back or hardman with a low point pass. Again, depending on how they do the shading. So let's snap this ball. Bam, low point pass, tight end, easy dot. You can see right there, even gets clout out on a vertical hook, non-shaded. We can hit that underneath. You can hit that and get a gain of about 5 yards. The curl route, you can hit and get about a gain about 8 yards. The mid-read will eventually bail on it. Low point pass, easy dot all day, every day. You notice that time, the vertical hook played to the inside and left the hitch instead. So let's go and look for the hitch to kind of get this finale going, and then we'll talk about the cover 2. Well, you can beat cover 2, but bam, right there. Again, it's just a simple, just spacing out the defense, forcing the hook defenders to decide on what they're going to guard. Really, really easy. The last two I want to talk about before we get into the cover 4, cover 2 bomb, the cover 2 glitch, is cover 4 palms and quarters. Arguably, probably the most weird, non-consistent defenses in the game. But again, we're going to be going into verticals. And we're going to set up the same exact way. Hitch, out route, curl, and just make a read. Again, this is just something to force that mid-read to decide what he's going to guard. In this case, you can see right there, bam, the quarter flat plays the out route, and we can hit the hitch instead. On the other hand, as we go and set this play up again, you'll notice that the 3-yard hook is going to play the curl route pretty darn good. And so let's just see what happens with this little tight end route. Right there, bam, you can see a low point pass. That was the worst low point pass I've ever seen. But you can see inside leverage, easy gain of yards. Now, let's talk about defending this play. This one particular play. The best way that I found to kind of just defend this one play only is to come out in a Tampa 2. So now we're going to go ahead and go back into trips tight end. And this is going to require that you do user that curl route. Otherwise, you're going to give that up. So back into verticals. Set it up. We don't have to worry about the out route. We don't have to really worry all too much about that hitch route, especially if you play a shaded underneath. Then you can go ahead and reflat this side of the field. That vertical hook will tend to play that curl, that little hitch, a little bit better. And really, your number one responsibility is going to be taking away this mid-read as a user. Now, of course, they can still hit this tight end on that little corner out, but if you want to try and take that away, your best bet is probably going to go ahead and try and man them up and just scare your opponent into throwing it. If they have a good route runner, it's going to be really hard to just completely bag that play. So now let's go ahead and snap the ball. So we know we got to take care of this. You can see right there, bam, bagged. If they throw that out route, that hard flat will jump it. It may not look like it now, but he will jump the ball because he's already underneath it. He already has the inside leverage to make a play on it. And for the most part, we took that away. Now, it's pretty obvious you can hit the running back underneath, but of course it's a game of chess. So let's just go ahead and say, hey, they want to hit the running back underneath and do something like that. Then, okay, by all means, go ahead and do so. So we'll do something like this. Put this guy into a claw flat instead. Double flat one side, claw flat on that side as well with the shaded underneath. And now, for the most part, we should have this play taken away if we set it up correctly. But we did set it up correctly. Anyways, that's going to be the best way to kind of defend that. I'll do that one more time. Actually set up the offense real fast. So bam, 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 bam. Oh my gosh, I hate when the game's like, you're going too fast. We can't keep up with you. We're going to glitch it out instead. So again, it's a shade underneath. Reflat these two defenders and then double flat one side of the field. The vertical is going to take care of that little hitch. The mid read, it's going to be best that you do user it, and then you're going to want to go ahead and just try and just double up that corner out ran by the tight end. Again, the odds are they're probably still going to be able to fit it in, but at least it's going to be a little bit more risky of a throw. So again, take away this little hook curl or this little curl, and you can see right there we've bagged the play. Now, of course, without abilities, you're not going to generate any sort of pressure because it's Madden 20, and if without abilities, you're never going to get home. But that's going to be the best way to take this play, this one particular play, away. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the non-hot route master version of the cover 2 glitch. So you guys probably noticed like there's so many different ways to glitch a cover 2, and I continue to find different ways to glitch out of cover 2. So verticals, we're going to go into Tampa 2. You can use this against a cover 2 sink, a Tampa 2, a hard flat, whatever you guys want to do. Let's just go into a Tampa 2 for now. Max protect, put B on a flat. Oops, we actually chose the wrong play. Not verticals. We're not using verticals. Don't choose that play, guys. We're going to go back into trips tight end. Make sure trips is on the wide side. And the play that we're going to be using, where did it go to? Where I always miss it is inside cross. This is for a non-hot route master version of it. So we're going to go Tampa 2, max protect, put B on a flat, and then you're going to motion and Tyreek Hill. I would personally prefer these two swapped, but to be a cover 2, either one of these are going to work just fine. So we're going motion and Tyreek Hill. I know he's not the best blocker, but you know what? It's just YOLO, baby, YOLO. So right here, bam, cover 2 over the top. You can see Sammy Watkins wide open for an easy tutty, but because we're blocking 8 on 4, double teams don't work in this game. EA Sports, it's in the game. So let's go ahead and try that one more time. I'm going to hop off this linebacker so we can show that he is indeed doing Jack Dilly squat. And then we'll go ahead and snap this ball again. We'll look for the post. You can see, bam, post route, easy money all day, every day. Dot. Super simple. Now, if you guys like to run hot route master and you want to run this out of any play call out of trips tight end, with the exception of obviously screens and run plays, whether it be draw or inside zone, you can do so. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the Patriots. We're still going to be facing the Ravens with zoned out Earl Thomas, and show you guys how you can use the hot route master to be able to glitch this cover 2 as well. All right, so we're back in trip side end. Again, Oakland Raiders offense. We're using hot route master Tom Brady. And we're going to go, let's just go into, what play do we want to go? You know what? Keep it consistent, actually. Let's just go into verticals. We're going to have to move the ball so it's on a hash mark. We're going to go against Tampa 2, move this ball over so we can have trips on the wide side. And let's just hot route, or quick adjust, better yet, X and B into soft squats. So in hot route master, you get a lot of different options. You can put people on posts, you can put people on corners, you can put people on crossers, etc. There's just more options that you can do. Now, in trips, we're going to move this ball back a little bit too. About the 40-yard line is where you want to be. In trips, the outside receiver runs a very deep post route. And essentially, it's the same thing as the inside cross. It just looks a little bit different. So we're going to go and put X on a cross, or a post route, sorry. You might want post flag elite right here too, it'd be really helpful. And then B on a flat or a zig. We'll go and change it up and put him on a little zig route. And then motion block Julian Edelman. Now, if you guys are smarter than me, you'll want to actually put Philip Dorsett there instead. But you can see right there, bam, dot. Philip Dorsett is going to have a lot more success as long as you don't get the warp animation. And because Tom Brady has a noodle arm, he ain't really going to be able to make those throws. So let's go ahead and change this real fast. We're going to put Mohamed Sanu. He's slow. I'm not, never put him ever. He's trash. So let's go ahead and put Philip Dorsett in at the outside receiver position. I don't even care where Sanu Senior goes. Verticals with trips on wide side. Let's go cover 2 sink. Works against Tampa 2 hard flat. Doesn't matter what you run. B on a flat. X on a post. Motion in and snap. You can see, bam, dot. Easy touchdown. Now that's with hot route master. You guys saw earlier. Without hot route master, it just kind of depends on how you're running your team. Both of the ways are going to work just fine. That's what we talked about earlier. Same adjustment's going to be the one that is going to apply here in this situation. You want to go ahead and cross man, preferably a good man coverage corner with a high speed to X, and then leave the soft squat. The soft squat's going to play it just fine, and this is how you're going to bag this play up completely. This is one of those plays where you're taking a shot at the end zone trying to catch your opponent off guard. This is not a play unless they don't know how to stop it. They can spam again and again because there's two ways: user it or man it up. That's going to be your most effective way. There's no reason that you should be manning up this safety and this deep half, because that deep half is still going to glitch out. And if by chance you have a really slow corner, if you guys play mutt, then he's still going to get burned anyways, and you're going to give up a one-play touchdown. So let's just imagine, again, we're going to be using a little bit of imagination. I know some of you guys may be too old to use your imagination. But okay, Boomer, you gotta use your imagination a little bit right here. All right? So motion this guy in, deep post, snap the ball, and you can see we're just going to assume he used to play it pretty well. You can see right there, bam, bagged. Best way you're going to be able to counter that all day, every day. So that's going to take care of this video. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure you hit that subscribe button. And until next time, fellas, get in the lab and check out the link down below in the description for what I think is the best run defense available. See ya.